Hi everyone. So I am going to do my kind of get ready with me but with explanations for my essential eye brushes, how I use them, and the different ways that I can get the same look with these brushes, as well as face. So this video is just going to be eyes. I know that I'm slow and I tend to ramble, so I am going to break it up into two videos. So if you are interested, then stick with me. I'll link below the two videos that I have for my kind of essential brushes, my face brushes and my eye brushes. I've already put Too Faced Shadow Insurance and Lemon Drop on my lids for primer. So first thing I'm going to do is my brows, and I'm using the Smashbox number 12 brush here. And I have the feeling the lighting's going to be a little wackadoo because there are some clouds that are kind of running around, so sorry about that. What I'm doing to fill them in, I kind of load up the brush, tap it off, and then I go into kind of the center and underside of my brow, where I don't mind if I get a lot of color. And then I just kind of start outlining the shape. For the most part, I just follow where my brow hairs are, because I'm not really changing the shape of my brow. So my brows are quite straight, so I just go with the straight flow. And then I don't get any extra product of whatever's left on the brush. I kind of just brush up in the front, so I have a little color, but it's not as opaque as the rest of my brows. You know, I have to do this because my brows are naturally blonde, so you can't really see them, and I just need to color them in. I have a moderate amount of actual hairs, so that's about it. And then I'll just kind of go in and smooth out with this spoolie. And I didn't mention this in the video, but this is definitely worth picking up if you're making an e.l.f. order. It's the $1 eyelash and brow wand. For the eye look today, I'm going to use the NAKED2 palette from Urban Decay, because I just don't use it very often, so I thought I should bust it out. One eye I'm going to do just completely with the e.l.f. Studio C Eyeshadow C brush, as it's called, and then the other one I'm going to use some other brushes. Look at that. That's how many fell out. Shoot. Just with the side of the C brush into Booty Call, which is a light shimmery shade, and I'm going to place that on kind of the inner third or so of my lid. And then just to kind of wipe off between uses, sometimes I'll wipe it on a tissue or on my hand, or if my whatever pants I'm wearing are really grungy, I'll just wipe it on my pants. That's real, people, that's real. Next, I'm going to go into Snakebite, which is kind of, I'm going to also put it on the flat side of the brush. And if I were doing both eyes with this, I would obviously do the other side first before wiping off and all that jazz. So I'm just going to put it on the flat side of the brush, and this I'm going to take on the other part of the lid that does not have any color. And I think I tweeted about this, that Snakebite kind of reminds me of Patina from MAC, except it's deeper and warmer and a little more shimmery, so it's not that similar, but I really like Patina, and I guess this kind of reminds me of it because of the kind of more muted sheen. It's more of like a satiny sheen as opposed to full-on metallic, which a lot of Urban Decay stuff is. Okay, let's see. So next I'm gonna go into Busted, which is kind of a darker, I think it's more of a brown shade, but to me in this light it's looking a little plum. So I'm gonna go in with the tip of this brush in there and just kind of barely pat it in, really knock it off in case there's any excess. And this I'm just going to place in my actual crease, right here underneath the orbital bone. That way I get a little bit more kind of precise placement. And I'm just kind of blending it a little bit. All right. Alright, so I'm going to really kind of wipe this off fairly well, and now I'm just going to go around the edges and start blending a little bit. So I'll bring it up a little higher, closer to my brow. I'm also going to kind of blend the snake bite and booty call. Blend those together. I feel like booty call's kind of lost some of its oomph there, so I'm just going to dip back in and kind of blend it over a little bit more. And also kind of go back into snake bite in case I got kind of lost in that busted. Alright, and then I'm going to take a little bit on, again on the tip with Tease, which is a matte shadow, and kind of go around the edges of that busted. So this is definitely not ideal. It's a little tricky to do everything with this one brush, but you can do it for sure, and just wanted to kind of give an idea of how that might look doing everything with this one brush. And then I'm going to go into both Foxy and Booty Call, so it's kind of more yellowish cream shade along with the shimmery shade, and I'm just going to kind of place that underneath my actual brow bone to make sure, or underneath my brows on the brow bone, just to, in case I blend it up too far, kind of push it down a little bit, and also just give me a nice little bit of a softer shimmery highlight. I gotta fix that brow. It's looking really not good. I don't know what happened with his eyebrow. And I'm gonna go into Half Baked with kind of the tip of this brush, and then just go on the kind of center part of my lower lash line, and then go into Snake Bite on the kind of outer corner of my lower lash line. Blend those two together a little bit. And then take Booty Call, the light shimmery shade, kind of blending into Half Baked. And I think I'm going to put a little bit of Half Baked again on this here, and just go in kind of mirroring the same place that we have it on the lower lash line. Okay, so that's everything with this brush. So now I'm going to do this eye with other brushes to kind of give you an idea of how I would do this look. Something more kind of with a lot of colors. I'm usually going to use more brushes, but if I'm feeling lazy or if I haven't cleaned the brushes I want to use, then sometimes I'll just use one brush like I did there. So I'm going to take the Sephora small shadow brush into Booty Call to do that inner third area. I could use the same brush, but just to kind of show you how this one works, I will use the Too Faced Teddy Bear shader brush, and I'll go into Snake Bite. And this brush I feel like picks up shadow really well for a synthetic. Sometimes synthetics don't pick up, like flat shader brushes don't pick up the product that well. This one I think does a pretty good job of grabbing onto it, as does the e.l.f. seed brush. But that one's a lot thicker, so I feel like it has a better chance of really grabbing it. I'm going to use the Too Faced kind of crease brush and go into Busted and really kind of precisely place it. See how it doesn't really move the product anywhere other than the tip of that brush. That's why I like this one. For the crease, just gonna kind of go in a little deeper on this side, so I'm just gonna darken this one a little bit just so that we're a little bit closer to matching. Okay. First I'm going to blend with a clean brush. This is the MAC 217. I'm just going to kind of go around the edges. And that will pull it up a little bit and soften the edges a little bit. Then I'm going to go into Tease that matte brown, which looks cool in the palette, but on me it goes pretty warm. And let's see, I think I'm just going to use the 217 and do the highlight. So go into Foxy and Booty Call, kind of yellowy cream in the shimmer, the light shimmer. Just kind of put this up here, and that will kind of blend a little bit as well as placing the highlight. And I'm going to freshen up Booty Call and blend it a little bit here. And then just go back into Snake Bite with the shader brush. Kind of freshen that guy up a little bit too. Kind of blend around the edges. Alright, and let's see. At the lower lash line, I'm going to go ahead and use this EcoTools Smudge and Sharpen duo. I'm going to take the Snake Bite and go along the lower lash line a little bit. Then go into Half Baked. Place it kind of in the center and out, pulling it out towards both edges. And then Booty Call in this inner area, blending into Half Baked. Then a little bit of Half Baked up here on the lid. Alright, I'm just going to put in my brow gel. It's the Tinted brow gel from Anastasia and Brunette, which is way too warm for me, but I still use it. It does add a little contrast compared to the cooler tones I tend to use on my actual brow for like powder or pencil. Alright, brows are looking a little less crazy, slightly less crazy. And I'm just going to go in with mascara, CoverGirl Clump Crusher. kind of like waiting to the end for mascara because it's such a difference maker for me since my lashes are blonde. It's like, kapow, I don't look so crazy. Maybe that's just me though. See? Not crazy? Crazy! Okay, so I apologize, the lighting on this side, the left side here, is actually a little brighter because I have windows on this side but not on this side. This was not the best choice for location for this, so I apologize for that. That is the finished eyes. I'm gonna go ahead and stop here. I'm gonna do my face, brushes, get ready with me type video next. So I think I'm gonna do this video first and then the face one. Once they're both up, I'll obviously have links between the two. And let me know if you have any questions about the brushes I used, how I used them. I would love to hear from you in the comments below. So let me know what your essential brushes are and how you like to use them, if you have one that you can kind of do it all with. I was thinking about using the MAC 217 for a whole eye look, but I felt like that's a little bit easier to do and a little bit more obvious maybe. And just to show you that you really can do it with a kind of thick shader brush like the e.l.f. C brush. I thought that would be a little more interesting. So I hope you are having a wonderful day. Look out for that face video. I hope to get it up soon. And thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon.